Welcome back to our channel for real talk about moving to Ghana, West Africa, and for part 2 of our discussion on how to succeed in business in Ghana with our friend Accounts Officer Nash Sam. So let's get right back to it. So now let's talk a little bit about the best business ideas at the moment. We're in 2020. We're in June. What's today?
16.
June the 16th, 2020.
It's a historical day in Ghana, you know.
Okay. Yes, please tell us a bit more about June 16th.
June 16th today. Today exactly since I said about 31 years or 41 years. I'm 1979, June 16th exactly when the first batch of the generals who were overthrown in the military coup were executed actually.
Yeah. Wow, where were they executed?
At the Teshi military range.
Okay, yes.
Today, one head of state, Achampon, and then one officer, Utuka, were shot today. Yeah. So it's just one historical day in Ghana.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what can we take from that into
from
our
From
thoughts,
that, I think I was young then, but having grown through it and having read through it, I would say that sometimes the reactions we take to face problems does not necessarily mean they are the solutions, you know, because basically the junior officers rose against the senior officers because they thought they were corrupt and they shot them, but they couldn't erase corruption. It's probably even worse today than it was before, but people lost their lives for it. So my only lesson is that when there's a problem, we need to take a holistic approach instead of blaming, and taking knee-jerk reactions to face it.
Oh, we've strayed into politics.
Yeah, that's my my take on that. Yeah.
But despite those things,
I think Ghana to me is a business destination. You know, there are various forms of opportunities which you can exploit depending on your interest and your knowledge, and more so your experience. You know, personally, if you ask me what business I would do anywhere I go, I have identified certain departments. I say I always want to see cash every day. So if you want to see cash every day, so you do business which people partake every day, like food. People consume, people will eat every day, so you will see cash every day. People will drink water every day, you will see cash. You know, so that is my basic definition of invest. If I go anywhere, because I'm the kind of person who wants to see cash every day.
Wow.
So I will invest in businesses that people partake, like which is part of people's daily lives.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what I would do.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah, what about those businesses that demand a high capital investment?
Yes, there is the gold, which is almost everywhere in Ghana. You know, and my advice on it is that because of its availability and because everybody wants a piece of it, that is where the scam is almost more. You understand? So if you want to go into the business of maybe buying gold, you may have to do it through probably you can get your local contact, bring the gold, but I would rather get the gold tested at maybe Diamond House, which is Ghana Consolidated Diamond Company. They have all those testing equipments there, you know. So if your person can bring it there, you test and then you pay them, because the risk of having a fool's gold is just so high. That's one thing. Yeah. But then if you also want to go and mine, if you have an idea about what gold is, that is fine. If you don't have any idea about how the process goes, you need somebody who has an idea about how the process goes, how to identify even the metals, you know, and that person has to be reliable. Otherwise, you dig the hole for gold, but you might as well be digging the hole to bury your money.
Yeah. Wow. So how do you find somebody like that?
Like I say, it's through engagement. You know, through engagement with the people, in a conversation and other things. You know, sometimes most of these illegal miners, they are illiterates. You know, but they can grab a soil and just squeeze it and say, "Oh, there's gold in this," because they have that experience. You know, when you have such a person, get them close to you. Don't give them so much power. You understand? But put them in a position where they can always give you the accurate information so you can make decisions. Yeah, that's one thing, you know. And If you find yourself, let's say you go to a village, you have a piece of land to do that business, try and make sure you have good interaction with the people, because sometimes they can tip you off with unofficial information, which is very helpful. Yeah. I mean, for people who want to go into oil, I think they would rather have to seek partnership with the existing corporations. For those into real estate, you can go on your own, but the danger is the litigation on the land where you're going to develop. So it's good to have somebody, who, like a local person, who will be with you, want to get you through the language barrier in case somebody is saying something behind you that you don't understand. That is one. Two, of course, once you are showing the property, do what they call a search to make sure all documentations covering it is authentic. Excuse me. Yeah, that's another thing. And local labor is cheap, so if you want to develop estates, I think you use more local labor. Maybe you may not have the proficiency, then whoever you need to bring from my side, you bring them, yeah. Being diplomatic is good, it's nice, but I also think being realistic is more important. I mean, you may not want to sound rude. However, don't bypass the truth for the sake of diplomacy, because otherwise it will go in a second and come back. Because you couldn't deal with it, people didn't take you serious, and it may repeat or even escalate. So as much as you want to be diplomatic, you don't exchange that for the truth. So however well you can present the truth so people can deal with it, I think that is more important. Yeah, I think basically it's about language barrier, because Ghanaians, we tease ourselves, we say we speak Ghana English. It's not actually English. You understand? Because one time my friend told me, don't be silly, and I said, you are insulting me. You were like, are you crazy? I'm not insulting you. I said, do not be silly. But to me, it's an insult.
Yeah.
So that is one classical example where just a language barrier can cause some form of disrespect. So that is more important. Yeah. So if you try as much to understand what they mean, the intention behind their words and actions, it's more important. If once you are able to understand that, it's easy to deal with them. Being diplomatic is cool, but I think being truthful is absolutely important.
And what kind of people do you see coming to Ghana to do business? What sort of countries are they coming from?
Okay, they are from different nationalities. The Chinese are more into the gold and a bit of real estate. The Lebanese are into restaurants and real estate. The Indians are into gold and also some real estates and the supermarkets. Yes, Lebanese also go into supermarkets. And there's some Syrians as well. They also go into the supermarkets. Nigerians, they come to Ghana, but then between the Nigerians and Ghanaians, they are almost like the same people. Yeah, they almost do the same things. So I wouldn't call them as, I mean, they are just, they are okay. Yeah, but with the Indians and the Chinese and the Lebanese, yeah.
So is there any space left for anyone, like an African American or somebody coming from the Caribbean?
There's a lot of space. There's a lot of space, and I think I mentioned it to you the last time that I was overwhelmed by the size of land for farming at the farm place. I told you, my friend has acquired a 2 mile square. Yeah, so that shows you, yeah.
So there's still opportunities.
There's still opportunities here in Ghana. I mean, I think the last time I checked, close to about 60% of our land is not cultivated. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's much more space. Just that people are crowded in the cities, more or less. But even within the cities, if the planning is good, there's still space available for people to build estates and do other businesses.
So there's still opportunities.
There's a lot of them.
A lot of opportunities, and people should come when?
Yes.
Next year?
I mean, as soon as they open the borders, man, anytime
They
you want to
should
come,
come
just
straight
come.
away, yes.
Because, I mean, look, even in the entertainment industry, most of the nightclubs in Accra are owned by Lebanese. Yes.
Yes.
Most of the nightclubs and restaurants, they are owned by Lebanese. You understand? So if you have if you are an entertainment industry person, you can come to Ghana and exploit ways to also make an input. Give yourself a certain identity in the form of entertainment. Yeah, because if the competition is there, it proves everything, it makes things better. Yeah.
Wow. So we hope that people are listening, and we hope that they are planning to come to live and do business in Ghana very soon. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you.